Which four-seater coupe with around 500 horsepower is better? I'm sure this is what you were wondering all your life, but even if you're into more practical station wagons or something like that, stick around, because how often do you get to watch 100,000+ euro cars?
Today our rivals are the new BMW 8 Series, which BMW assures has nothing in common with the old 6 Series, and Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe, which has crystal day running lights and OLED rear lights. Both cars cost way over 100,000 euro, both are theoretically four-seaters, both have V8s and both weigh around 2 tons. Both cars also get some fake air intakes and outlets here and there, which look okay from afar, but up close you start wondering, what are you paying for? I understand Kia leaving fake air intakes on the Stinger's bonnet, but do BMW and Mercedes have to resort to such cheap trickery?
But this is where similarities end, because BMW and Mercedes have different visions for their four-door coupes.
There is nothing about B-pillars in the coupe definition, but I appreciate Mercedes designed the S-Class pillarless. It's the little things that matter. I just wish the rear frame was one piece, like in the BMW. Perhaps BMW has the nicer frame, but it also has a B-pillar. I bet it makes the body more rigid and sporty, but I prefer the pillarless S-Class.
Both cars can be opened and started with NFC-enabled phones. BMW even issued me a car without a key. So I hope this phone doesn't die on me, because I don't know the pin. Okay, it's locked now. And now it's unlocked. It works. First time round. Brilliant.
This is why I instantly put the phone away on the induction charger, where the NFC reader is also located. This allows me to start the car up. BMW interior is very modern. 2 displays with new graphics can shock previous generation owners who enjoyed steady evolution since the E65 series. My first encounter with the live cockpit wasn't a pleasant one, but second time round it's growing on me. I'm even ready to accept the crystal bits of bling around the cockpit, even though to touch they feel plasticky. In a 150 grand car, I'd like crystal to feel like crystal. Mercedes interior, on the other hand, is much more old school. These seats look more comfortable, and they are. The double screen looks somewhat out of place next to the round air vents. However, I like tiny touchpads on the steering wheel. They are more intuitive than BMW's current system. BMW scores a point for touch display and Mercedes for the metal rim around the control wheel.
In the sound department, the point goes to Mercedes. Why? Because the Sports mode, or Sports Plus, is, in my opinion, only to do this. And nothing else. While BMW, it has a sound of an impatient race car. Besides the impatient sound, BMW also has impatient steering. At low speeds it feels direct, but at higher speeds it's too twitchy. I suspect it's nothing a software update for the adaptive steering couldn't fix.
Regardless of how nervous the steering is, BMW is great around corners and masks the fact it weighs almost 2 tons. Mercedes is around 200 kilograms heavier and doesn't even try to mask the fact corners are not its forte. Mercedes is much better on long cruises where driver aids come into play. In my opinion, semi-autonomous driving is something Mercedes does better than BMW. It's just more intuitive, and even lane change assist works. I also appreciate how Mercedes integrates Android Auto. It's up to the point where Google navigation works with adaptive cruise control and the car slows down before turns. Also, Google SatNav information is displayed on the head-up display.
Meanwhile, as far as BMW and Android Auto are concerned, the only news is that we don't know when Android Auto is coming to BMW. Apple CarPlay is finally standard, unless you got one of the early models, in which case you will have to download Apple CarPlay from the BMW store. This is where you pay for real-time traffic information and things like that, but at least you can do it yourself rather than give the car in for service.
I guess sound insulation in both cars is on par. In the Beamer, there's a bit more wind noise around the mirrors. Also, both cars were on winter tires, which get noticeably loud at speed.
BMW is definitely the quicker car here. This 850i does 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.7 seconds, whereas the Mercedes takes 4.6 seconds. BMW is also much more flexible. The 8-speed dual clutch gearbox is fast and the car is ready to lurch forward even in Eco Pro mode. Mercedes, on the other hand, is taking it easy. The 9-speed automatic takes longer to change gears, and the engine takes a while to get in the mood, even in sports mode. But I guess it fits the car's character. I mean, nobody said this is going to be sporty.
Merc's 4-liter V8 should use, don't laugh, 8.7 liters per 100 kilometers combined, less than 7 extra urban, something around 29 mpg. That's obviously still according to the NEDC old cycle. I managed around 11 extra urban, which is around 21 mpg. BMW's 4.4-liter V8 should use less than 10 liters combined and less than 8 liters extra urban, and again, I got around 11, like in the Merc. Taking into account BMW's higher displacement and 60 more horsepower, the 8 Series is in fact the more economical car here.
Mercedes is longer and wider, and the additional centimeters can be found in the back, where adults can sit, like proper adults. In the BMW, back seats are more of a torture chamber, unless you're lucky enough to have no legs or head, or both preferably. Ow! See? It won't go as far as my normal sitting position. However, the BMW also allows you to fold your seats, backrests in the back, so you can carry longer items. However, I can't show you this because you have to pull a lever, which is in the boot.
BMW's boot is longer than the one in the Mercedes, which makes it more usable on long journeys, which these cars were designed for. Now, BMW's semi-autonomous driving system is easier to operate, but Mercedes scores a point for how well its system works. BMW gets a point for heated armrests in the middle and on the doors.
So it's a draw, it's 6 points each. However, since I'm writing the script, I say Mercedes-Benz S560 Coupe wins, because, in my opinion, it's a more coherent and comfortable package for a hell of a lot of money. And who's your winner and why? Let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like me to do more comparison videos, drop me a comment below and tell me which cars I should compare. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.